So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Ready. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll throw to get things going. And he'll be ridden out of bounds after a gain of 6.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
From the 29, here's 2nd and 3.
Ready.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Set. Hey, go.
Back to throw. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Intercepted. So now, after the interception, a sudden change situation. 1st and goal. Here's a run. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give him another shot. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
At the 5-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and goal.
Yellow. Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. They're going to take over at their own 8-yard line.
So you find yourself entering the red zone. Mike, it's hard to not start envisioning scoring a touchdown. Well, that interception, it changes everything. This is a huge missed opportunity. You have to capitalize and find a way to hang 6 on the defense.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Atwell sent in motion here.
Ready.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. And that is intercepted by Denzel Ward. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. On now, Cade York for the point after. The kick is good. And the 49ers will take the early advantage. They lead 7-0 in this NFC title game. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
Ultra. You yellow. Black shot. Drill green. Hut, hut.
Right back to the air following that pick six. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and you're able to convert.
On second down, they'll run. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
The offense thinks that they can just kind of plow this one up there in the middle and keep the chains moving, but not on this defense. Not only do they not pick up the first down, but after suffering that loss, now they've got some decisions to make on third down.
52 blue. Red. Cycle. Smash. Red. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down. So 4th down, the Rams will send out Ethan Evans to punt. Return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line.
Their own 38-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To throw, Purdy. Got it into the hands of Olave. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield.
It's a gain of 14
His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I'd expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
Throwing on first down is Purdy. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll take this down inside the 35. A couple of big plays to start this drive. How about 17 on this one? They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Get set. Get set. Line around up.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Throw on there, caught by Kittle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Throwing again is Purdy. That is caught. What a throw. George Kittle. Touchdown, San Francisco.
All week we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket. Let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He's got his man, Devontae Adams. And And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
32. Black open.
Now they'll set up to throw. Our first down throw there is incomplete.
And you see the coach on the sideline just kind of shake his head. He's got to have a conversation with his quarterback to just make better decisions. I mean, that was almost his third interception of the game. He's got to just take a deep breath. Don't continue to force throws into bad spots. Take what's there, find the open target, and maintain possession.
Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Solid rep there for this corner, Mike. I mean, to stay disciplined with his technique throughout the entire play. So often we see when the ball's put in the air, the defender can panic and they either get a pass interference or they misplay the ball. This time he times it perfectly and forces the incompletion.
Putting the tight end in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down. They'll look to throw again. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's going to be brought down. And with that tackle, we hit the end of the first quarter of play. Second quarter now, Rams in control of the football. They've got a 2nd and 8 coming up.
Ready, shoot, yellow, black, 95, strike 2.
They'll look to throw yet again. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Ready?
On third down, they'll throw from the gun. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. About 19 yards on that one. They're in business. It's 1st and goal.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Back to the air one more time. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having any chance of getting back into this game and winning this one, he's going to have to get a lot better with the ball. A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Red, 38. Red.
Tight end going in motion here.
Ready.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, L.A. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
The drive will start on the ground, into space, to the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, that's a way to start a drive. He takes it all the way to the house. I don't know what they were talking about on the last series, but they've come out on this series, Greg, with the right answer for the touchdown.
And Mike, the reason a lot of teams start off drives with the run play is to allow themselves to operate ahead of the chains. Well, not this guy. He found the alley, he took it, and he's off to the races for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Cycle. Ready. Yellow, 22. Hut, hut.
They'll begin here on the ground, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They'll look to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Ready. 10 black, blaster, 6. Field black. Needle blue.
Shotgun snap as they'll throw it on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on 3rd down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on 4th down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
At their own 31-yard line.
He'll go play action. Purdy. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
The rest of this game is all going to come down to getting stops. You find yourself down pretty big here in the first half. You have to get the ball back to your offense as many times as possible, but you can't keep giving up scoring drives, whether it's field goals or touchdowns. You need punts. You need takeaways. Give your offense a chance to start climbing back.
That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a 1st down.
You know, Mike, these crossing routes, you just see them being used more and more often. And really, it's because it's good against any defense. And what it does is it creates separation. It allows some of your best players to catch the ball on the move. And that short throw oftentimes turns into a long run.
In trouble, and down he goes. Andrew Van Ginkel in there for the sack. He forced his way through. A loss of 9.
Get set. 18. Watch out. Stop.
On 2nd down, Purdy. Left side into the hands of Olave. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down.
A gain of 13.
Let's give some credit to this offensive line. Once they identified the blitz, you could see them communicating with one another to make sure everybody is on the same page, and that's what gave the quarterback enough time and found the open man.
On third down, it's Purdy. He's got his tight end, Kittle. Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. We'll return with more of the NFC Championship game after this. 1st and 10.
Get set, get set. Watch out.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Open receiver, the former Gator, it's Ricky Pearsall. And he will get into the end zone. Ricky Pearsall, touchdown San Francisco. York, good on the extra point. And the 49ers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready, set. Ready. 45, white. Slide through. Set.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Ward. And he's going to score again. How about that for a daily double? The second defensive touchdown he's scored in this game.
And, Mike, and as bad as things seem, especially after that last play, the key to playing quarterback in this league, if you're going to allow bad plays to lead to more bad plays, you're not going to last very long. So it's the value of, hey, can you win the next play? And then the play after that. Those are the guys that really make it in this league, and we're going to get a good test of it right here.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we blue striker. Black 40. Ready.
Right back to the air following that pick six. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. They need to get to the 29 here, facing third down. The Niners will use the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before third down.
Red, yellow. Ready. 50, green. Fury, yellow. Blaster, 6. Set, huh?
He'll look to throw. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Ball at the 3, 2nd down and goal.
Get set, up.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is going the wrong way. Tackled back at the 7.
5-yard loss.
The idea here on 2nd down is in the event you're unable to score, at least put yourself in a 3rd and manageable goal-to-go situation. But now after taking a loss, it really changes their approach here. And I think on 3rd and goal now, they got to put this ball in the air.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. He is shining in this postseason spotlight. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game.
The kick is good.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle 4, Mike, that final 2 minutes of the 2nd quarter and the first 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Atwell sent in motion here. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Here we go, set. 52 bulls.
He'll drop to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play. Both of these teams hoping to be the ones to lift the George Halas Trophy. Quarter number 3 of the NFC title game underway. The 3rd quarter begins with a run. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. They get 11 and quickly pick up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Purdy. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we'll see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. They'll pick up 23 on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down. Here's the first carry for Tank Bigsby. He did a nice job skipping away from one tackle, then going forward, gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down.
On the tackle. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Rams' 35-yard line.
Watch out!
Now Purdy. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. His first catch of this NFC Championship game, good enough for a first down.
Outside. Watch out! Go, 12. Yellow.
Throwing is Purdy. That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play. And it's second down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain there of 11. First down, 49ers.
At the 12-yard line.
Back, please. Up.
To throw, Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. And the Niners are looking at a first and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with first and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
A run on first and goal. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short.
Well, after being stopped for no gain on first down on the ground, Mike, it brings up the question. Second and goal from the 2, what do? I like throwing it. I don't like waiting till third down to air the ball out. So if they want to take a shot at the end zone, I think it's going to be here.
And he barrels his way into the end zone. Brian Robinson. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without
the extra point. It is blocked. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10.
Yellow. Slide through. Ready.
Throwing now from the gun. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. He'll be brought down up past the 35-yard line.
16 yards. That's good for a Rams.
He'll look to throw here on first down. Open man downfield. It is Adams. Set to go now on first and 10.
And the Rams first down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down.
Now they'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back from the 44-yard line. Here's second and 7.
Brings up second and 7 at the Niners' 44-yard line.
Ready?
They'll try the right side this time. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple of yards short of the marker, and it'll bring up third down.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. Third and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
Black 40. Hut.
Now, on third and 2, they'll try and throw for it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Rams first down.
That's another Rams first down.
On the RPO, it's Nakua. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Field, black. Green jack. Ready.
They'll look to throw. That one out in front of his big target. They cannot connect. And it falls incomplete.
think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Red, cycle, ready.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
Blue striker.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he cannot get the throw off. He's going to be sacked. And they will turn it over on down.
Yeah, in this game, Mike, it's just gotten away from them here in the third quarter. They're pretty much forced every possession. They're going to have to go for it and really press the issue. And I'm not even sure if that's going to be enough to get them back into this one.
Get set, get set. Up.
It's first down, and they'll run. And he'll wind his way to about the 38-yard line. That stop made by Byron Young.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
He'll get this out to the left flat. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Whoa. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. 16-yard pickup on that ball. It's good for a Niners first down.
Pretty much just more of the same from what we saw with this back in the first half, and he doesn't need much. He gets a little bit of space, and then he can create the rest. It's the combination of patience, vision, and then the burst to hit the hole once he sees it. This guy's been a handful all day.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Get set, get set.
Fourth quarter begins on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and 8. Straight ahead, it's Bigsby. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
Get set, get set.
We'll try and run here with Bigsby. And he's going to have a 49ers first down. At least it appears that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
Actually, a really nice play there defensively, Mike. And initially, I thought that penetration was going to bring him down in the backfield and bring up 4th down. But somehow, nice job by the back, angling his way forward. And I think he's going to get this first down by about the length of the football.
They'll stay on the ground and stay with Bigsby. And he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call.
Get set, get set. Got it. Watch out.
Here's Bigsby. Space to run inside the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but not before he takes it inside the 15. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
Stop. Stop.
Once again, it's Bigsby. He steers clear of the first tackler, working his way forward for a gain of about 4.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on 1st and 2nd down. The last thing you want is to be in 3rd and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
This is 3rd and 6.
Outside.
3rd down, they go with Bigsby.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Niners add on to their lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
To the ground, a 1st down run. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Well, this has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down.
You know, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
Stoppage here. One of the 49ers is down. Concern on that sideline here in this NFC Championship game. Only need a yard, and it's 4th down.
Ready.
They'll run it and give it to the big guy. Oh, he's going to be very close. It depends on the mark, but he is short. They've held him on 4th down. What a stand.